If you are thinking about switching to Real Broker, or if you are curious about Real Broker, you are gonna want to listen to today's video until the very end, because today I am answering some of my most frequently asked questions about Real Broker, things that you guys or just agents I've been having conversations with have been asking me recently. There's some really good questions here, so you're not gonna wanna miss anything. I also have not prepared my thoughts or what I'm going to say, my answer to these questions ahead of time. This is all off the top of my head, so bear with me, guys. Hopefully today's video isn't too rough. If this is the first video that you are watching about Real Broker or Real Brokerage, and you're not even entirely sure what that even is, then head over to my channel. I have a handful of videos. Actually, I'm pretty sure I have a whole playlist of videos that are all about Real Broker and just explaining it a little bit more in depth. I have my chai tea. Grab your beverage of choice and let's get into these questions. The first question that I have been getting asked a lot is, do they have any programs where they give you leads or where you can buy leads? So let's just back up a little bit. So I know our audience is a wide range, from people who are not in the real estate industry to people who are like seasoned agents, have been agents for a long time, to people who are actually like considering getting their real estate license. And if you are in the position where if you are thinking about getting your real estate license, then one thing you need to know is that when you're a real estate agent, you are a business owner. You are an independent contractor. Nobody, for the most part, is going to be giving you leads. It is up to you to figure out where your business is going to come from, and it is up to you to create a consistent flow of leads coming in through whatever form of prospecting and or marketing that you do. So that is like your responsibility as a business owner, just like it is if you were to open any other kind of business. So with that being said, sometimes brokerages provide really crappy leads to their agents. And I say crappy because they're the kind of leads that you can purchase. And if you've used those leads before, then you know they are the worst leads ever known to man, and I don't say that lightly. So some brokerages, it's very rare though, like most of the brokerages I've seen, especially bigger brokerages, are not providing a single lead to any of their agents. But I have heard of the occasional smaller brokerage. I feel like it's usually those brokerages that function more as like a big team, almost like smaller boutique brokerages, sometimes will provide their agents with some leads or give you an opportunity to buy leads. And when that happens, generally you're really gonna have to pay for it, in the sense that you're gonna have a really undesirable split, like commission split, meaning the brokerage is gonna keep a lot of your commission or some sort of fee or something like that. But at the end of the day, all of that aside, even if you had a undesirable commission split, the type of leads that they're going to give you when you purchase these leads, they are just such bad quality that it is not worth it, in my opinion. There are so many better ways to go out and get business. So that's my opinion on that. But to answer the question, does Real Broker provide you with leads or have any way that you can, a program to buy leads from, I guess you could say? They do not. However, have the most amazing training masterminds going on every single week, multiple times a day, on all sorts of different topics that train you and tell you, and this is like ongoing, like it never stops. It's not like new agent training and then you're done. This is for your entire career. I just listened to one right now. They will tell you exactly what you need to know, to what you need to do to go out and generate leads yourself organically, and actually like good leads, people you want to work with, not flaky Zillow, like whatever kind of leads that you're trying to buy. But another thing that Real Broker provides, so they don't have a service where you can buy leads from, but they do have the best CRM system that I have ever seen in the real estate industry, called Chime. Chime is a CRM system that usually, I want to say it's like $600 a month now, is what you pay if you're not with Real Broker. If you are with Real Broker, I believe it's $40 a month. And it is well worth, like if you're paying $600 a month, I would say it is worth it. And with Chime, there are so many things that you can do to automate your, with the AI, which we've done a video on the artificial intelligence. We've done videos just on Chime. So you can find those on our channel and go watch them. But basically, all this to say, with the CRM system that you can use at Real, there are so many things that you can do to automate your business, systemize your business, to follow up with leads and stay in front of your sphere of influence, which will bring you leads, if this all makes sense. So the follow-up is like unmatched with Chime. So what is the split and the cap? At Real Broker, there is a 85-15 commission split, meaning that you earn 85% of the commission until you cap. The cap is $12,000, which is a very low cap. And once you reach that $12,000 cap, you then keep 100% of the commission. And for questions like that, I have a link down below in the description that you can find. It will take you to a frequently asked question page about Real Broker, and it will answer all of those things, the logistical things that I don't need to sit here and tell you, because you can just find them on my frequently asked questions page, like all the fees, anything you can expect to pay, like that type of thing. Next question is, my current brokerage doesn't offer any training at all. What is the training like at Real Broker? So I have talked about this pretty extensively on my channel, and although I know that all 13,000 of my YouTube subscribers absolutely do not watch all of my videos, I still don't like to repeat myself or sound redundant on my channel, because for those of you who do watch all my videos, the very few of you that do, I don't want to waste your time and be repeating myself. So I won't go too in depth on this, but if you are wanting to use social media, especially video marketing, YouTube marketing, any of those things to generate leads, then Real Broker is 100% where you need to be, because they have the best training in the industry on all of those things. From what I have seen, the agents who are using video, for example, at the highest levels in our industry to get business are all at Real Broker, and they're sharing their secrets with what's actually working with the other agents at Real Broker. Next question is, do I have to wait until my listings close before I switch? I have a video that I made shortly after switching brokerages called What I Wish I Knew Before Switching Real Estate Brokerages. Go watch that video if you haven't already, but I didn't wait. I just went ahead and switched, because I feel like if you're someone that has a good amount of consistent business, like if you're waiting for the right time to switch, there's never gonna be this right time where you're like, oh, I'm not taking any business right now, I'm not taking any new listings, like we're good, we're gonna switch. So I just switched. If you're in a position where you maybe only have one listing and it's gonna close soon, then it might be a good idea to wait. It's a very personal decision. Also, the way that every brokerage handles that is going to be different. So I would say talk to your principal broker and ask how they would go about that and how they would handle that. With the brokerage being cloud-based, who do I call when I need help? I am new and I need support. Okay, so a few different resources. Real Broker is really big on agent collaboration, agent helping agents, which is one reason why they do not have a marketing fund at all. They have no marketing fund, and as far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure, if I'm wrong about that, correct me, but I'm pretty sure they give 100% of their marketing fund back to their agents through sponsorship, because this whole brokerage has grown through word of mouth. And that's pretty cool, because it is the fastest growing real estate brokerage ever, and it is currently at 12,000 agents. It just hit 12,000. I'm fully expecting it to be at 150,000 within the next few years. The brokerage is really built on agents helping agents. So when you join the brokerage, you sign up under a sponsor. By the way, if you're watching this video and you don't have a sponsor, I would love to be your sponsor. Feel free to sign up with the link below in my description. And when you're filling out the ICA, the Independent Contractor Agreement, put my name, Mariah Crawford, as your sponsor. Then you will officially have me in your upline. Or if you are thinking about joining Real and you just want more information, you want to chat, see if it might be a good fit for you, or you want to meet in person first, let me know. I'd love to meet with you for coffee if you're local, or over Zoom. Shoot me an email and we can get something set up. All that to say, Real Broker is all about agents helping agents. That is one of the jobs of your sponsor when you sign up with an agent at Real, is that it is their job to answer to the best of their knowledge any questions that you might have. Now, obviously, agents, like I sponsor agents who don't live anywhere near me, not in my state, that are like other end of the country. So I can't answer certain contract questions for them because certain things are different, in my state, which I'll get to who you contact for that in a minute. The role of your sponsor is to be a resource. So if you have at any point questions, you're like, hey, I want to run something by you, I need support, I need help, I need advice in this area for my business, anything like, I would say marketing and prospecting related, most likely, that's what your sponsor's for. You can reach out to them at any time and they should get back to you within 24 business hours or sooner, I would say. They will be able to give you advice and help you in your business in that way. Now, when it comes to things that are like state specific, like say you have a contract question, every state has a principal broker. And your principal broker is the person that you will be able to call. I've called my principal broker personally a handful of times now, and he has picked up on like the second ring every time, which is very impressive because I've never had a principal broker do that before. I have never gone to his voicemail. I've never had to wait for him to get back to me. So that's been really great. There is a helpline. When I was in the onboarding process of signing up for Real, I had some questions just about like, I don't even remember, about signing up, I guess. And so I called the Real Broker helpline, and it was the happiest helpline. I felt like I was calling Disneyland. Like, they were so happy to help me. It was like Chick-fil-A. They were happy that I called them. They answered on the first ring. Like, it was such a lovely experience. Usually when you call helplines, they're rude. They make you feel like you're wasting their time. That was not the case. So there's a Real Broker helpline, and I would definitely suggest using them if you have questions, especially like while signing up, onboarding, that type of thing. And then lastly, there are, like I said, the masterminds go on every week. There's, I think like every day of the week, throughout the weekdays, there's multiple masterminds going on each day. And if you choose to join live, you can ask questions to these agents, and the agents that are running the mastermind, they are top producers in their market, they're crushing it, and they're like people that you want to be able to have access to and ask questions to. And they are in other markets like all over the country, and they're doing real estate at a really high level, and you have access to just straight up like join the mastermind, be face to face with them over Zoom, ask them questions in the chat, or turn your microphone on and ask a question. Like, it's amazing. And that was a really long answer to that question, but because of that, I feel like I was always so hesitant about cloud-based brokerages, and I always had this idea in my mind that like, if you're at a cloud-based brokerage, you're probably out there on your own, like no help. But the way that they have set up Real is where you get like really great help. There's so many resources and people to turn to. I literally just went to, at Real Broker, we have an app called Workplace where we can message any agent in the country. You can message any agent in the company, and an agent that I know of that is in a different state who does video marketing like I do, I had a question for her about one of the, like what she uses for something. So I just went onto Workplace and messaged her, and then she got back to me. And it's amazing. You have access to so many agents who are, like I said, selling real estate at really high levels. Everyone has been so helpful and so willing to help, and that is one of the big values at Real, and one of the big parts of their culture is agent collaboration and agents helping agents. That was a very long answer to that question. Next, frequently asked question about joining Real Broker is, I was talking to an agent at EXP, and they have a weekly mastermind for the agents in their downline. Is there anything like that at Real? I have agent friends who are with EXP, and I know really great agents that I really respect and look up to and admire that are with EXP. With that being said, I know there are a lot of positive things about the brokerage. I'm not gonna sit here and like say negative things, but I do get this question a lot, so I need to address this difference between the two companies. Because EXP is another big cloud-based brokerage, so I get a lot of questions about EXP from people who are thinking about joining Real. Real Broker really wanted to avoid getting the reputation that in a lot of ways, unfortunately, EXP has created, which is, I've definitely had a bad experience with multiple agents at EXP. Just pushy, cold call-y, cold texty, cold having you go to coffee, bait and switchy, if you know what I'm saying, conversations about switching to EXP and joining them. And like they seem to be very recruiting heavy. I don't know if they still are. They could have changed because of their reputation, but I feel like we have all had a bad experience with an agent there. And so because of this, Real Broker, they see the value in the model of being able to like sponsor agents and have like revenue share, if you will, and agent attraction. However, they do not want their company to turn into something that is this like big recruit heavy, like they're not pushing recruiting agents. They don't have this big goal of having like 1 million agents. That is totally not the case at Real. The majority of the agents at Real Broker just want to sell real estate. They're not trying to build these big downlines. Like they want to sell real estate. And there's a lot of agents at Real that are selling real estate at like extremely high levels, which is something that's very attractive to me about the company. Now, if you are somebody who is passionate about mentoring other real estate agents, and like you have the opportunity for that other stream of income, the revenue share and whatnot. But the way that it works at Real is different than the way that it works at EXP. If you were to ask me, for example, at Real Broker, what can you do for me if I join you and you're my sponsor? There are rules in our ICA, our independent contractor agreement, saying that we can't say things like, I'm going to offer you this program, I'm going to give you this free coaching, and I'm going to do a mastermind every week with you exclusively. Because at Real Broker, we want everybody in the company to be included, and they want, like I said, the whole thing is agents helping agents. So it's not about like one person building this big like downline empire. Like that isn't the goal at Real Broker. And so that's why the way that they've set the company up is to where an agent over in New York, for example, and you're over on the other end of the country, the agent in New York would have, even if you're not in their downline, they still have like vested interest in you succeeding because of the way that the company is set up. We all have stocks in the company. We want everyone to succeed because at the end of the day, like in the long haul, that benefits everybody at the company, if that makes sense. That's why we actually can't have, to answer this question, because they asked, is there like a weekly mastermind for, you know, me, for people in the downline, whatever. At EXP, they do that, but here at Real, we are allowed to do masterminds. Like I could say like, hey, everyone who is in my downline at Real, let's do a weekly or monthly mastermind, which is something I don't do right now, but I would love to do in the future. But we can't make it exclusive. We can't say it's only for people in my downline. I have to say it's for anybody at Real. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone in my downline can join, but if anyone else is at Real, like they can join too. All that to say, their main goal is trying to avoid this big recruitment heavy negative like culture. We're not allowed at Real to DM agents on Instagram and like cold call or cold text agents trying to switch them over to our company, because of, I think there's different rules if you're like a team leader and you're trying to get people to your team, but I'm talking like just like sponsorship in general. So I hope all that makes sense. The big thing is there's a big culture difference from what I've seen at Real Broker versus at EXP. And I do think though that there is so much value in having someone in your corner, like a sponsor, for example, who you can just text or email and reach out to with questions and run by things. If you want to call them and get more like advice or go more in depth on something, like you have somebody who is there for you and can kind of like mentor you in a way if you want that. Of course, if a lot of agents sign up and they don't want or need that, and that's fine too. But I think just having that person like in your corner who has more real estate experience is as a mentor, I guess you could say, is so valuable and can be like detrimental to your business. So although that business model of the agent attraction, I guess, revenue share. Like that business model has had a bad reputation. I think that there can be so much value in it, especially if you're a new agent. So this person asked, I was talking to an agent at EXP and they have a weekly mastermind for agents in their downline. Is there anything like that here at Real? So I explained how that would work, I guess. But to answer your question, there are weekly masterminds. Actually, there are daily, multiple times a day masterminds at Real that you can choose to join. You can join the same one every week. They're on different topics. They specialize in different things. It's, in my opinion, actually a lot more valuable than just joining the mastermind of the person who is in your upline or whatever, like at EXP. So I think those masterminds more than make up for that, and I think that they are so valuable. Next question is, how do I sign up for Real Broker? The process of joining Real was made super easy. Like I said, if you want to join Real, you can use my link in this description and it'll take you to a page where you can actually go ahead and join. Head over to my channel. I just did a video a couple weeks back called how to switch real estate brokerages, and it is like super in-depth and thorough, goes over everything you want to do if you're switching brokerages. But again, if you have questions about Real Broker, feel free to shoot me an email. I would love to chat with you and even set up a Zoom call. I come on here every single week and talk all about real estate and our business and anything else related to that. So if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss anything, and I'll see you guys next week.